I should call this trip road construction trip. This is from Reno, Nevada, from the Grand Sierra Resort, going over to one night stop in Redding, and then on to California to the Redwoods in Crescent City. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Call me wide-eyed, simple-minded. I've been blinded. I'm on a merry-go-round. I got this fever, baby, going through my body. I feel like shaking the ground. Call me lovesick, like I bother. There's no other. I'd beg, borrow, and steal. I wanna do right by you.
This video is showing our route from Reno over to Crescent City. There was a couple different options. We could have went up I-5 and up to Grants Pass, which it was my original thoughts, or there was take 299 across. When I looked at California's map where they allow, that seemed like the more approved route for a rig our size. So we decided to do that. And it was a beautiful drive in between road constructions. Oh my goodness, did we stop for road construction. So let's get started in the video. Here we are leaving the Reno, Nevada Grand Sierra Resort, and you can see the RV park. It's a decent park. It's not necessarily, you know, Reno's a big town, so keep that in mind, but it is fenced. There's plenty of security. We never felt unsafe. There is a dog section. I won't say everybody cleans up, but there is a dog section. And it was a nice place. It mostly fits our rig in the side. It's a little snug for us because we're pretty long, but you can kind of get an idea from this. It is just a parking lot, but it is a good place to stop for us. It's the only one that I could find that we fit in size and that would allow 3 dogs. So there's the casino, and I'm going to do a video, or I just did a video on the children's section, the playroom, the kids zone, and pretty sweet. There's lots of video games and bowling and everything else there, as well as a driving range. So check that out if you haven't. So here we're leaving the casino. I don't know why they insist on putting all the speed bumps in. I understand it slows people down, but man, is it harsh on a RV. But here we are. We're leaving the site to head on the drive. Now, one thing you should know about Reno is that it claims to be the biggest small town in Nevada or something like that, or best small something like that. And it really does have that feel. Even though it's a big town, it does have more of a small town feel, and the driving around it is much easier than like in Las Vegas. So we kind of scooted on out of town, and there's a lot of pretty driving, but there's also a lot of farmland. This wasn't bad when we first left. Here we're stopping for the rest area to take the little mutt skis out. Daisy's finally starting to feel better. She really felt bad for a few days, and I think she's back on the mend. We're hoping we had to switch her dog food, but we're hoping that's done it. So she's back on the mend. So we're stopping to take the little rotten dogs out, and then we're heading on. But we passed through quite a few towns. We're going to come up on Susanville. So there's a lot of cute little towns here. Beautiful views, but oh my, the construction. And you'll see that shortly. And you can see it's a decent sized town, pretty cute, lots of shops. We filled up with fuel before we left Nevada, because we're smart enough to know that fuel gets high once you hit California. So, and I will give you some tips on where you can find good, reasonably priced fuel in California. And that is at the Indian casinos. If they have a truck stop, which the one in Crescent City, it's called, I can't remember what it's called right now. I'll tell you later in the video. But they also have a fuel mart there, which is suitable for big rigs. It has a truck lane. Way cheaper for fuel, so we filled up the Jeep and the truck there. So, just a tip, check out and see if there's an Indian casino nearby. Despite the hours of road delay, this was a beautiful drive. There's lakes. There's we come through another small town I'm going to put on here. It's called Chester, and I would love to explore these. We have to come back sometime when we're not just cutting through, because you miss so much by doing that. But you know, we're trying to hit deadlines, and I was trying to get us through so we didn't hit snow, and that was kind of the reason for the route we chose, because that, you never know. At the time we went through, it was fine, but you know, they have, you know, you never know when it's going to snow, so we wanted the quickest way through this area. But this is Chester, and it is a very cute little town. So if you're in the area, I would have loved to check out some of the areas there. Lots of hiking there for sure. It looks very cute. After finally one more road filtration, we hit Red Bluff, jumped on the interstate there, and then cut on over to Redding. And then we're going to talk about Sacramento River RV Park. I was having a hard time finding an RV park that we fit in. There is another one just before, on the same road here, just before we get to Sacramento, that looked like it would have probably is a little newer and would have been a better fit. Didn't catch the name, but if you're looking for one, check that one out if you're in a really big rig. The people there were very nice, and you know, we were able to get in and get out and all that, but it was quite a tight fit. You'll notice that I actually walked the road because I was a little concerned, because you can see the low trees, you can see the tight turns. We don't turn tight, we're long. So I had to kind of run in front of Vic and try to find the right direction, or I chose to because I thought it was a little snug. It turned out to be okay. The people were really nice. They came right over to talk to us and, you know, ask how long we're going to be there and welcome us to the park, and that was really sweet. But this site was really tight for us. So, or I guess we did pull through, but we had to move the guy's truck so we could get out. We wound up having to ask the neighbor to move his truck out of the way the next morning so we could make the turn to get out. So, yeah, it was really tight. Like I said, the neighbors were really nice, very friendly. It's a beautiful park, but it is an older park and it's got smaller sites, so just be aware. And I'd like to say that this one didn't have as much road construction, but it did. So here's us leaving Redding. And, you know, all in all, it wasn't a bad drive. And there are some beautiful views along the way, but there was also lots of construction. And this is $2.99. It takes you to near Eureka across into California. And then we had to take 101 and run up. So beautiful drive. A lot of twisty, windy roads, a lot of slow driving. This took way longer than what the map said. So if you're going that way, just be aware, especially in a big rig, that it is very twisty, turny, lots of road construction, at least when we were here. And this is April 24th and 25th of 2025. So lots of road construction. And yeah, fortunately, we had great weather for the drive. There was a little bit of haze at one point, but other than that, beautiful drive. Just lots of road construction. We finally got 101 and ran down the coastline, which 101 for a big rig isn't a problem. You do have to be aware. There's, you know, haven't run across any low bridges, but it is twisty turny. There's a few sharp turns where it's like 30 miles an hour, some up and down, some grades, but nothing bad. So we loved this ride through here. One tip, there is a casino near Crescent City that has it's an Indian casino. It also has a truck stop fuel station, and that's where we stopped to get fuel, and we stopped for the truck and the Jeep. Best prices around, so there are cheaper places you can get fuel in California. So if you're looking for a place to stop, check out the fuel station there, the Indian tribe fuel station near Crescent City. In fact, when we head back up the coast, we're going to stop there again for fuel, because it's cheapest fuel we've seen, and it is a truck stop, so it has fuel on both sides for big rigs like us. Crescent City is not a huge town, but it had a nice Walmart and Home Depot and anything else you really needed there. And we finally made it to Ramblin Redwoods RV Park, and our long day of stopping in road construction was just beginning. This is a really pretty RV park, really nice. Had we making this turn was our first warning that things were going to be rough on this. We made it, no problem. But and it is a pretty RV park, and the people were really nice. But we did have to do some wiggling to get in there. So I'll show you a little bit of us. We stop here, I go in, I register. Then Vic and I get out and walk over to where the campsite is going to be, because with all those, well, it's redwoods, with all the trees in there, it was more than a little bit snug. So after we walk it, then we come back in. I stay on foot with the radio so I can yell at Vic to stop before he runs into a tree. And we start wiggling around all the campers and the trees, and this was the way to our site. So it was not for the faint of heart, is all I'm gonna say. And he's towing the trailer, remember, so he had to stop here and back up to realign a little to make the turn there. So a little snug, but it is doable. And they have quite a few sites. Now, this is a 50 amp full hookup sites. They have, you know, the cabins and tents and a lot of smaller sites, and some all in the shade and some not. We had a big redwood stump there next to us, and it's a beautiful site, and we had enough sunlight that the satellites worked, and we had a place we could put the Starlink and have good Wi-Fi. So the site was gorgeous, and it's just getting in was a little bit hard. It's actually directly in front of us where that you see the camper straight in front of the windshield. We're on this side of that camper once we finally make the turns. But coming up here, we have to stop, unload the trailer, unhook the trailer, pull the camp back up and line the camper up, then hook the trailer back up and load the side-by-side back on it, because there's nowhere here to ride the side-by-side. With all that said, after we finally got in our spot, we really did enjoy it here. It is a beautiful spot, and we had a great time running around Crescent City, so there's going to be quite a few videos of us playing around here, or 2 or 3 of them anyways, probably, of us in the area, so I hope you enjoy. So if you like this video, please subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and thanks for watching. We'll see you down the road. This is A Way to Travel.